Have you ever stopped to consider what the silence of the night really says? When everything around you becomes still, when even the sound of your own breath seems loud, have you ever felt the presence of something else? Something that cannot be seen, but its presence sends a cold shiver down your spine. Tonight, I am going to tell you the story of such a night. A night that could have been my last. This isn't a story I heard from someone, it's a part of my own life. A part of a cursed night, a night when I was not alone. There was someone else with me. Or perhaps, it's better to say, something was with me. My name is Arthur. I'm a writer by profession. To escape the noise of the city and find some peace to write, I came to stay in our old family home in the countryside. The house is ancient, built by my great-grandfather. It's surrounded by large trees and a vast, dark pond right beside it. As peaceful as it was during the day, the atmosphere would turn just as somber and heavy once night fell. The local villagers had all sorts of things to say about the house. Some said you should never go near the pond after dusk. Others warned that the west-facing room on the second floor was unwell. I never paid much attention to them. To me, these were just classic scary stories, the kind people have been telling for generations. The first few days were wonderful. I spent my days writing and my evenings sipping tea by the pond. I was truly enjoying the solitude. But the trouble began on the fifth night. It was a new moon. The darkness was absolute. I was in my study, writing. Suddenly, I heard a strange noise from outside. It sounded like someone was repeatedly throwing pebbles into the pond. At first, I thought it might be an animal. But curiosity got the better of me, and I peeked through the window. In the faint moonlight, I saw a woman standing by the edge of the pond. She was wearing a white dress. I couldn't see her face clearly. I was a bit surprised. Who would be out here this late? I dismissed it as someone from the neighboring house and tried to focus on my writing. But a few moments later, the sound came again. This time, it felt closer, as if it was coming from right below my window. My heart skipped a beat. I gathered my courage and looked out the window again. What I saw this time made my blood run cold. The same woman was standing directly below my window, staring up at me. Her face was clear now, but it had no eyes, no nose, no mouth. It was completely blank. I tried to scream, but no sound came out. It felt as if someone was strangling me. I ran out of the room, my entire body trembling. I knew I had to get out of that house immediately, but the main door wouldn't open. It was as if someone was holding it shut from the outside. I started banging on the door like a madman, but it was useless. Then I heard it. A soft, chilling laughter coming from the west-facing room upstairs. A dry, cackling sound. I remembered my grandfather telling me that one of my aunts had hanged herself in that room. It had been locked ever since. A cold dread washed over me. I realized I was not alone in this house. I had fallen prey to a restless spirit. I remembered an old man from the village telling me, "There's a cursed soul that wanders this property. Anyone who casts a shadow here never returns." I had laughed at his words then. Now, I knew he wasn't lying. Terrified, I hid in a small corner under the staircase. The laughter grew louder, sounding like multiple voices laughing in unison. Suddenly, I saw a shadow slowly descending the stairs. I felt like I couldn't breathe. The shadow moved slowly towards me. I squeezed my eyes shut, convinced that my final moments had arrived. I silently prayed, thinking of my parents. The shadow stopped right in front of me. Trembling, I slowly opened my eyes. I saw my aunt standing before me. Her eyes were glowing like two burning coals. She was smiling at me. A horrifying, malevolent smile. She reached her hand out towards me. I finally let out a scream. And at that very moment, I heard the sound of the morning azan, the call to prayer. As the sound of the prayer filled the air, the figure shrieked in agony and slowly dissolved into thin air. I saw that the front door was now open. Without a second's hesitation, I bolted out of the house. I made it to the village road before collapsing. When I regained consciousness, I was in the local clinic. The villagers had found me. I told them everything. They believed every word. I later learned that many people had tried to stay in that house before me, but no one ever lasted more than a single night. I was lucky to have escaped with my life. After that night, I never went back to that house. I even gave up writing. The terrifying memory of that night still haunts me. I still can't sleep on a new moon night. I can still hear that dry, cackling laughter in my ears. I know she is still waiting for me. This was the story of one horrific night of my life. There are many things that happen around us that we don't want to believe. But we can't deny their existence either. If today's story has stolen your night's sleep, I apologize. But this was the truth. If you have had any such paranormal experiences, feel free to share them with us. And yes, to hear more such untold, bone-chilling stories, you can stay with us. Here on our channel, Sleep Sound Stories, we bring you tales that will either deepen your sleep or take it away entirely. The choice is yours. If you enjoyed this, you might consider subscribing to our channel, and don't forget to let us know what you thought of tonight's story in the comments. Your likes and subscriptions encourage us to bring more new stories to you.